bring my other phone?
And I will let you live. That is all I give.
What's up, James? How you doing, sir?
He was the winter. He was the war. And the children on the corner where the walls do not know his name. Had all and winter
That video I just shared of those prison guards beating up that guy and then stripping him down naked, right? Is what's happening all over America right now. There is no oversight. Did you see that video I uploaded? The video I uploaded, a video of 5 guards carrying a guy into the infirmary where the guy's handcuffed, tied. This is in New York. I pinned New York mayor on it. I want you to imagine that this is happening in ICE facilities. I mean, these are guys who just don't care. I mean, they're on camera, it's being filmed. You know, this is fake fuck Christians, pedo-loving Nazis right here. We're seeing the unfolding of Nazi Germany, 1934. It's very important, and I always do this. When I call MAGA Nazis, I'm very specific. They're Nazis 1934, okay? They're 1934 Nazis. Next year, they'll be 1935 Nazis. But they're 1934 Nazis. It's incorrect to call them, you know, 1945 Nazis. Yeah, it's incorrect. That is incorrect. And I'm always very clear. When I call MAGA fascists and Nazis, I'm very specific. 1934. You see, in 1934, they were building concentration camps. Actually, Dachau was built in 1933. They were holding, political opponents, what they called communists. Look at the whole communist rhetoric that Trump and MAGA now is pushing. It's the same thing the Nazis pushed, right? They're demonizing. Look what's going on Fox News, saying we're going to steal, you know, we want to steal your property, steal your, you know, enslave you, put you in prison. No, that's what they're doing. That's what the fascists are doing, right? In the question that you need to ask yourself, right, any sane American, is this, right? They are. They're hashtag, do hashtag FFCPLN. We have a whole hashtag dedicated to these bitches. It's hashtag FFCPLN. And actually, space BR, right? Space BR. So hashtag FFCPLN. When you are engaging with on the internet with any MAGA, you always put in the hashtag FFCPLN. You're nothing but an FFCPLN. Hashtag it, right? You know, and we captured that hashtag, bigoted racist, right? Do a hashtag, give the hashtag FFCPLN, fake fuck Christian, Peter loving Nazi. But it is unhinged. That video, I just had to do a talk. I had to make the stream about what's happening to tens of thousands of undocumented Americans. You have to understand that these individuals in these concentration camps are undocumented Americans. That's all they are. They're undocumented Americans. Living in America, they've had families, they've paid their taxes, they have been abiding by the laws, right? They have no criminal record, and yet we villainize them. Paper, right? What makes you American is following the Constitution. That no man is above the law. But you, as a MAGA fuckturd, you think the president is above the law. Your fuckturd fucking, Supreme Court passed the law saying that the president is above the law, which is bullshit. You know, we were taught in school, all men are created equal, right? In America, everyone's created equal. What does that mean? It means you get due process. It means, right, your rights, your Fourth Amendment right, your Fifth Amendment aren't violated. Your First Amendment isn't violated. MAGA, Trump supporters, do not believe in this. They don't believe in the Constitution. Look, and I can give you clear case fact. They're attacking the 14th Amendment. They're attacking the First Amendment. I put another video up of Hispanic guy, can't think of his name, who was documenting, right, ICE. And there was also a woman. Remember the woman? We never heard of her again. She was another TikToker documenting ICE. And she was legally allowed to be in America, and they revoked her status, arrested her, right? This is what Nazis do, guys. This is what Nazis do. You have to understand that. And unless we speak up, unless we act, unless we vote, unless we get out there, right? This midterms is the most important midterms, I believe, in American history. Because if we do not take back the House, if we do not take back the Senate, we need to take back both. This means flipping red senators. It means flipping. Oh, No's back. Can't remember something you said yesterday, No. I wanted to call you out on that. You know. Oh, you were arguing that both parties are equal. They're not equal. There's something known as the Bernie buds, okay? Finally, Bernie is getting his revenge. Bernie has had a lot of little babies, right? Bernie babies, right? Little Bernie buds. Think of it, a bud, like a bud that grows, right? There are literally thousands of little Bernie buds now coming. They go by Democratic Socialist Party, DSP. The DSP are Bernie bros, Bernie buds, Bernie gals, Bernies. They're Bernies, little Bernies all over. And Bernie is getting his revenge, right? Bernie's revenge is happening. Ever since the centrist fucking Democrats stole the election from Bernie by Hillary Clinton, they fucked him over, right? Now he's getting his revenge, right? So, but the thing is, you have to understand, you've got to, right? There is an element. There's only one party that wants to get rid of AIPAC funding, or one party, right? Or one segment of a party, okay? Just like Trump hijacked the GOP, right? The Democratic Socialist Party is hijacking the Democratic Party. You understand? There is a revolution going on right now within the Democratic Party. The The same kind of revolution that Trump orchestrated within the GOP. The GOP no longer exists. The GOP is dead. It's MAGA. It's fake fuck Christians, pedo-loving Nazis. Right? Right? 77 million didn't vote. No, that was Biden. 77 million was for Biden. Trump won by less than 1.5, but he cheated. It's well documented that he cheated. They purged millions off voter rolls. They cheated. Elon Musk, knew ahead of time. Okay? There you go. Cindy's calling you out. No force is straight up MAGAT. You're being called out. Right. Right. So what criticism do you have against Abdul? Why did you vote Abdul Said? What criticism do you have for liberals? On Survive, just because he has 77 million followers, they don't mean that they're followers. A lot of people follow Trump just to know what he's saying, like media and other things. A lot of foreign governments follow Trump. Are you talking about on X or something? Where is his followers? I agree with you. I agree we need to restructure the entire system. You don't have anything to disagree there, but in order for us to restructure the system, we have to take control of the party. And that's what the Bernie Buds are doing. I do not call them the Democratic Socialist Party. I call them Bernie Buds. I was a Bernie bro, okay? I was a Yang Tang, right? I was a Yanger when Andrew Yang ran, okay? We have to support the Bernie Buds, and they're winning in purple states, which is huge. The fact that they're winning in purple states has the the Democrats fucking pissing themselves. Did you see my clip on Joel? Maybe it hasn't gone up yet, but Joe, did you guys see Joe Scarborough completely go unhinged on his show? Yeah, we're gonna have to fight. We have to get out. We have to get Schumer out. We got to get Hakeem out. We need to promote AOC and others, into leadership. It's all coming. It's all coming. The Democratic Party is unwinding, and they're fighting. Look at that old fucker, that 90-year-old fucker. What's his name? Cargill something. Yeah, everyone, right? Iran. How is Iran the greatest threat to America? How is Iran the greatest threat to America? When most of the suicide bombers on 9/11 was from Saudi Arabia. I would argue Saudi Arabia is the greatest threat. We're giving the country, right? How does this make sense? We're giving the country that had 9 of the 11 terrorists from Saudi Arabia, okay, nukes. We're giving Saudi Arabia nukes. And Saudi Arabia just signed a partnership with Turkey, who Israel wants to get rid of, by the way, and Pakistan, a nuclear power. So they're creating their own NATO, right? The Muslim NATO is being formed because of Trump. Because of Trump, we have a greater threat. If you are a Christian nationalist, Trump just created the Muslim NATO, okay? You just now created a pact with a nuclear power, right? That's going to grow into the greatest threat to America. Because once these people get established, they're going to go after Israel. Israel's fucked themselves. America needs to say, oh no, Israel, you made your bed, you sleep in it. We're out of the Middle East. We don't need the oil. We are an oil producer. Why do we need oil from the Middle East? Why do we need oil? We don't need oil from there, right? Why do we need pesticides? Fertilizer and all the other stuff. We don't need it. Become self-sustained. Be that America first you wanted to be. Trump has fucked the world. Trump has fucked America. You've got countries now, like China is one of the largest gold buyers on the planet. They're now, interacting with gold on it. On there. Saudi is evil. Look what they did to one of their own people, a journalist. No one talks about the journalist. Whose uncle, his uncle hired Epstein. The crazy thing is that his uncle had deep ties with Israel, right? His uncle Khashoggi, his uncle is Khashoggi. He ran a pedophile yacht, right? He owned a pedophile yacht called the Nobilia, which Donald Trump bought, called the Princess. He bought it. He bought the Nobilia in '86. He bought the world's first pedophile yacht, for his pedophile friend. I think Epstein made the connection, right? Made the introduction to. Only Epstein would have been able to make the introduction to Anand Khashoggi in '86 for Donald Trump to buy that yacht. It only makes sense. But what's really scary right now is really, if you haven't seen, go to my shorts and watch the shorts of of these and you notice they're not off there. They're correction officers. They're private employees working within a facility, right? Correction officers. They have no legal right to detain. And look what they're doing to that black man. That's pure racism, bigot shit right there. We don't either. We don't like the Dems in this channel. It's a lot. I want to get rid of Schumer. I want to get rid of Hakeem Jeffries. I want to get rid of all the establishment. Every Democrat who gets funding from AIPAC needs to go. All these PACs and stuff need to go, right? We need to be purists. We need to say, unless we get money from the people, directly from the people, we don't need special interest PACs. We don't need to, or more importantly, every corporation that gives money to the Democratic, party have to sign disclosures saying that this money comes with no strings attached. No strings attached. We don't care how you spend this money. No strings attached, right? And we guarantee to pay this money. It's a membership. We guarantee to pay it year after year, right? It's going to go into a blind trust. So imagine the PAC money goes into a blind trust, and then within that blind trust, because it mixes all that money up and then pays out to all the, to combat the other ones. But it's a blind trust. We need to completely rework, the dark money. No strings attached, right? I think, the money cannot be given to anyone who gets money from AIPAC. AIPAC needs to go. AIPAC, Israel, we need to stop funding Israel. There's no point in funding Israel. Why does Israel get free education all the way up through university? Why does Israel get free health care for all their people? Why does Israel give away free housing, right? I mean, you guys go crazy about socialism. Israel is the most socialist country on the planet, and we pay for it all. What the fuck? I mean, seriously, folks. Why the fuck? Why can't every state be like Israel? free education all the way up to university, right? Free Medicare, Medicaid, all the way up, right? In Japan, kids up to the age of 18, free coverage, right? Can you imagine? In Japan, your children are covered 100% up to the age of 18 in Japan, right? Why can't we model other countries, right? Healthcare. Why? And instead, what we do is we demonize them, even though we're the only. We have one of the highest infant mortality rates in the first world in the first world country. We are criminalizing. I don't know if you heard, but they're now criminalizing and arresting women for for taking the methopristum, the day after pill. They're making it illegal. Some states are making it illegal. It's insane. I mean, what's going on in America is just insane. Why would you want to live there? That's why I'm just like, get your passport. Japan, you can get practically free housing, work remotely. If you're a single dude, even better. There's 3 million single women here in Japan, right? Marry a Japanese woman like I did, and then you can do everything. But it's disgusting what's going on. You know, when ICE has $170 billion, but they have no cameras, what's up with that? Do you think ICE, type 1 if you think ICE should have cameras. Type 1 in chat if you think ICE should have cameras on them. Look, if you don't, I mean, you'll see I share a lot of delete laws. Okay, delete laws is always exposing the police state, right? Delete laws always exposing the police state, that's one thing about. But he doesn't do enough by exposing ICE, and you have to understand that what the police state is, the MAGA police state. What we have right now, like this here, Tommy, like you stop here, then you check. You got to come up here, and then you got to stop again and check again. All right, I really can't see there. All right, what time are you done today?
Maybe like at 7.
7? All right, should I set my alarm? Hey Siri. Hey Siri. I don't know. I've never heard that. The Harava agreement was real. What was the Havana agreement? Yeah, the Blue Liner. I pay $80 a month for my health insurance. $80 a month, full coverage, includes dental. $80 a month is what I pay for my health insurance. Includes dental in Japan. I get out, dude. Who is Amini Al-Husseini? Jason, I don't know who that is, Jason. No, they're not aligned. They're not, no, Zionism and Nazism are not aligned. Except for Zionism is modeling Nazism, right? Zionism is doing, you just have to understand that fascism, Nazis were fascists, the Zionists are fascists, MAGA are fascists, Stalin was fascist in many respects. Putin is a fascist. When you have when you basically build the largest police state, ICE is a police state, right? That has partnerships, right? Which has partnerships with law enforcement. They have contracts with law enforcement now. right? And this is why we're seeing all this crazy shit happening in jails and everything else. They feel empowered. They feel like they can do nothing. And this is, again, why we have to vote in the Bernie buds, right? The Bernie buds need to be voted in. The Bernie buds need to be, why is there a fucking soy bottom though? It's really strange. Really strange. Have you guys, there is a channel. Any of you guys seen the YouTube channel of the guy streaming Gaza? Have any of you seen that? Type 1 if you've seen the guy streaming Gaza. Anyone seen that shit? He streams from one location. It overlooks Gaza, right? Have you got, and type 1 if any of you have seen that guy. He's on all the time. Some Palestinian. Yeah, the live. That is fucking insane what Israel has done to that fucking city. That is fucking insane. That is worse than Berlin. That's what Berlin looked like. That's what that's what Tokyo looked like, or Osaka looked like, or Fukui where I live. That's what that shit. Oh, look at that. That shit is insane. Oh, by the way, listen, guys, on a side note here, since I'm on, listen, I'm probably gonna, I started a new, I've got a YouTube channel called Hornet Hunter Com, right? It's like hornethunter.com, but I made the name Hornet Hunter Com because it takes it to my website. Do me a favor, do a follow on that. I may, for my own health and reason, I'm gonna probably also be streaming on Hornet Hunter Com, right? My latest documentary has just come out. Well, I didn't realize, they didn't tell me, but I just realized my latest documentary has come out. It's on Disney Plus right now. It's called, type it in here, Secrets, plural, Secrets of the Bees. Type it in the hashtag, Secrets of the Bees. What I'm probably going to be, probably end up doing is I'm going to, and another one, if you go on the content on the YouTube channel, Hornet Hunters, all right, Hornet Hunter Com, it's Hornet, someone type it in there, Hornet Hunter Com, one word, Hornet Hunter Com, Hornet Hunter Com. So Hornet Hunter COM. So hornethunter.com is one of my websites, Yeah, Secrets of the Bees is a documentary. So, I am probably the most experienced killer hornet wrangler on the planet. They pay me big money to play with murder hornets, So this is the 4th documentary that I've done. This is on Disney Plus. Also, you'll see the other documentary, which is now available on YouTube. It's called Killer Hornets, right? Killer Hornets on Smithsonian. So that was my documentary too. Understand that these documentaries are done with 3 people. 3 people. There's a camera guy. There is kind of a producer, right? And then there's the wrangler. I'm the wrangler, undoubt. So undoubt. So you got the which is the producer, trying to understand. There's the Dow, which is the camera guy, and then there's the do, which has to become one with the murder hornets. So would you be interested? So what I'm going to end up doing is probably I realized a lot of shorts I uploaded never got uploaded. They're unlisted. It's kind of like a project I started and kind of let hang. No, Japan isn't right-wing. Japan is conservative, but not right-wing. Okay, you understand? Being conservative, you can be, for example, right? They don't have they don't have the corporate power like we do. There aren't for example, there's no corporations sticking up flock cameras all over the place. Japanese people wouldn't deal with that. Plus, it would be illegal. We don't have Gestapo, police state. You know, you guys, I drive around all the times. You know, every time I see like police and stuff, I'll turn around and film it. You don't see it. You know, you just don't see it. You don't have, you know, you don't have individuals, you know, checking on, like doing what's known as a Terry stop. They look at you. They don't like the way you look because I'm foreign and just pulling you over and checking your papers. That's Gestapo shit, dude. That's America. America is that shit, dude, where you can do Kavanaugh stops on that. They're not responding to any threats, dude. They're not responding to any threats. They're overreacting to threats. You know, how many, you know, I think only one child down in October. I think only one child, maybe two, died, Jason, in October 7. How many kids died in October 7? Right? How many kids died in October 7? It's the same argument that the apartheid South Africa was saying. We're just pretending. We are afraid of the hordes of black people. You know, we're just protecting ourselves in South Africa. You know? I can't do South African. That's a lie, Jason. Jason, you're lying, dude. You're lying. You're lying. You're lying. There's illegal settlements. Everything what Israel's doing is violating international rule, right? The two-party solution is dead. Israel, it's all about land acquisition, conquering. You know, the whole, the peace, the board of peace, again, is about stealing land. It's all about acquisition. It's all colonialism. What we're seeing happening in the Middle East, you're just buying a bunch of bullshit. It's flat out colonialism. They're stealing. They got a little bit of hand. They got a foothold, and now they're stealing it all from the river to the sea. They're stealing it, and it also includes Turkey. They want Turkey gone too. Israel's already said it. They said it. I mean, they're not lying about it, Jason. They're very clear. This is their goal, and they're committing genocide and ethnic cleansing in the process. But you didn't answer my question. So how many kids should die for the couple kids that died? How many women and men should be raped, right? How many mothers and families should be destroyed because of some fucking crazy dudes, right? So for example, so let me ask you this. So for example, what you're saying, because far right does more violence in America, should we just attack all of MAGA? Should we just arrest all of MAGA? Because it's far right, right? This is all well documented. That is, you know, that is responsible for all the violence, for most of the violence. Far right violence is what happens. You know, so should we go? Should we go? Yeah, invading Lebanon is defensive. Yeah, I know. Survive, dude. What happened? Did you come around? I thought Survive was MAGA. Survive. Did you turn around and did you lose your MAGA wings? What's going on? I always thought Survive was MAGA. You're not sounding too MAGA anymore, Survive. Maybe it was a different Survive. Yeah, they are. You know, if there's a famous saying, you guys know the famous saying, if you walk like a duck and you quack like a duck and flap your wings like a duck, then you're a fucking duck. You know what I'm saying? If you have a paramilitary organization controlling, running a nation, dictating your views, if you have, you know, if you have a state leader that thinks himself as God, proclaims himself as fucking Jesus, right? Puts out memes of him like laying on hands and shit, you know, and then you've got a bunch of followers saying that that Trump is king and everything else, and and they can't argue, they can't formulate any argument, and they just say TDS, they just say fake news, they just project, right? They can't engage in any discourse. And then this group is dismantling the rule of law. We've never seen as many DOJ and FBI firings in the history of America. We've never seen the purging of the FBI and the DOJ as we have seen under Trump. We've never seen the purging of our military as we've seen under Trump. We've never seen the purging of our judicial system as we've seen under Trump. This is all fascist shit, right? This is let's put fear into judges and everything else. They fired all the inspector generals. That's oversight. Trump is so brazen now that he's doing insider trading and selling it. I mean, come on, guys. You think the president should be able to sell his tweet for $100,000 a month to insiders so they can act and get their bet in before you as an American person? Is that fair as an American person that the people, the Epstein class, the axis of Epstein, the billionaire class who can, pay out $100,000 per month? Why can't all these corporations pay $100,000, per month more in taxation? Why can't all these billionaire class pay $100,000 per month in taxation? I wonder what that would be if all the billionaires, all right, what would that be? If they can pay it to pay for a subscription, don't you think they should be able to pay it to assist the American people? All right, I want you to deep dive into that. I just had this idea. You know that Trump Truth API has people paying $100,000 per month for access for his insider trading. If corporations and individuals can pay $100,000 per month for insider trading, which this amounts to, you're getting access. These elites are getting access to the most important signal in the market. The most important signal in the market is what the president is saying. That is the most. I want you to provide support, factual evidence for that. The algorithms that all these autonomous market hedge funds, black boxes, right? They operate on the presidential signal. And now that these organizations get access before everyone else, that is clear insider trading. So my question is this: if they can pay $100,000 per month for this, then every 1%er, every corporation, right, should be able to pay $100,000 per month towards making America great again. If we were to do that calculation, I know it won't be exact, I want you to dork into that. What would that be per month in funding if the 1% had to pay $100,000 per month, right, to make America great again, and all their corporations and firms or anything else also. So every corporation, every firm of one of these 1%ers would also have to pay $100,000 per month. What kind of money are we looking at? This is just for fun. Do the calculation. Don't tell me the math or anything else, no chart. Just do the math, the calculation, and provide me an answer. It's thinking. AI is thinking.
Media and Technology Group, TMTG, introduced a commercial data service called Truth API, which charges institutional subscribers up to $100,000 per month or $60,000 per month under a 3-year contract for low-latency access to Truth social posts. How the service operates. Target audience. Designed for high-frequency trading, HFT firms, systematic hedge funds, and quantitative analytics companies that trade on news feeds. Speed advantage. The feed delivers posts in machine-readable format within milliseconds, bypassing public web scrapers and standard app notifications. Monitored accounts. Subscribers receive real-time data feeds from high-profile accounts, including Donald Trump, Vice President J.D. Vance, and senior White House staff. Market dynamics. High-impact statements. Presidential comments on trade tariffs, foreign relations, energy policy, or specific publicly traded companies routinely cause rapid price swings across stock indices, commodities, and currencies. Latency arbitrage. In automated trading, receiving a statement even a fraction of a second ahead of the general public or media allows algorithms to buy or sell before market prices fully adjust to the news. Legal and ethical controversies. Federal lawsuits, the Freedom of the Press Foundation, and The Intercept, filed a federal lawsuit in Manhattan, challenging the setup. The suit argues that granting paying subscribers preferential, fast-lane access to official government announcements violates the First and Fifth Amendments. Conflicts of interest. Critics and lawmakers, including Senators Elizabeth Warren and Adam Schiff, raised concerns with regulators over market manipulation and insider dynamics, noting that Donald Trump remains the largest shareholder in TMTG. Historical record integrity. The feed provides access to an archive of posts dating back to 2022, including posts that are later modified or deleted, while the company takes measures to block free third-party scraping tools. Would you like a breakdown of the specific constitutional arguments in the federal lawsuit?
No, I want you to do the calculation. If the 1% all had to pay $100,000 per month, and all their corporations would have to pay $100,000 per month, what would that be towards? What would that amount to? Do the calculation. I know you can't be perfect. Just do an estimate.
Underscore fee equals 100 underscore 000 annual underscore fee underscore per underscore entity equals monthly underscore fee asterisk 12 hash $1,200,000 per year. Scenario data, U.S. focus, U.S. total population, approximately 340 million. U.S. adult population, approximately 260 million. U.S. households, approximately 131 million. Pop underscore total equals 340 underscore 000 underscore 000. Pop underscore adults equals 260 underscore 00 underscore 000. Households equals 131 underscore 000 underscore 00 underscore 000. Top 1% numbers. Top underscore 1 underscore percent. Underscore pop equals pop underscore total asterisk 0.01 hash 3.4 million. Top underscore 1 underscore percent. Underscore adults equals pop. Underscore adults. Asterisk 0.01 hash 2.6 million. Top underscore 1 underscore percent. Underscore households equals households. Asterisk 0.01 hash 1.31 million. Corporations in U.S. Approximately 33 million total businesses, but formal corporations, C Corp plus S Corp, approximately 6 million. C corporations approximately 1.7 million. Fortune 500 S&P 500 versus top 1% of businesses, 330,000, versus all active corporations, 6 million. C underscore corp equals 1. Underscore 700 underscore 000 all underscore corp equals 6 underscore 000 underscore 000 underscore.
I'm the specialist. Think of me as the I'm the specialist that makes the shots possible. So Sydney, there is a camera guy, right? Highly skilled, right? Specialist. There is a producer there to assist the camera guy, and also as the interact. And then there is me. My job is to get the Hornets to do their work, right? I'm the Hornet Wrangler and the set maker and all that. So we want to capture this shot. I go, okay, How am I? So I have to think about how I'm gonna get the fucking Hornet to do it. So does that make sense, Sydney? Yeah, it's all professional. These are professional. These are professional. The guy who shot the is one of the most famous wildlife filmers on the planet. He shot the meerkats back in the day. He was actually one of the camera people for the meerkats. They hired him. He's been shooting. I'm gonna put up videos and stuff of him too. I got lots of pictures and stuff from my phone. I'll start uploading. So give me a like. I want to get that channel so I can do lives, and I think I'm gonna do my spider shit and do my insect stuff on it, and do like have it as my non-political channel. I'll probably slip into politics, right? Maybe I can have a channel that we can build it up, and actually I can be I can do like every day, do a little bit of that, and then do this, on that. So yeah, so I've done 4 documentaries. There's the 2, and then my earliest documentary, if anyone's seen Monster Week on Animal Planet, it's called Murder Hornets from Hell, and I'm actually in that show. That show is loosely about me. It's called Murder Hornets from Hell. It's on Animal Planet. If you type in Animal Planet Monster Week, it's probably on YouTube. I mean, it's so old, I can't imagine it's not on YouTube, right? And you'll see me as a skinny fuck. What? Hey, what are you talking about? What? Pool car lane? There's no fucking pool. There's no pool car lane, dude. Where's the pool car lane? Where's the pool car lane? Is that the one on the left? Is that the pool car? No, it's called a bike lane, dumbass. Where's the pool car lane? Look how far I drive behind the car in front of me. You see that? How far I drive? Look at the spacing I do. Which one? The Murder Hornets from Hell? The Animal Planet? Yeah, it came out on Monster Week in 2016, like over 10 years ago, 10 years ago. Yeah, it was about me traveling around, meeting my different professors. They cut some of it. In one of the scenes, they didn't air it, but in one of the scenes, the first bee guy that I went with went into the hornet's nest without any protection, right? He just with sprays. This is how he kills a hornet net, just sprays. He was old. He didn't want to wear a suit. He lives up in the mountains, and he just uses... He has 2 cans of sprays, and he goes in chemical. He's there just spraying the fucking. I'm like, so I'm there with a spray, and I was like, fuck that. Give me a tennis racket. And the guy had a racket. So I'm in there with a tennis racket and a can of spray, right? Behind this guy. It was crazy. I wish that footage never made it to air, but that was some crazy ass footage. That was some crazy ass footage right there. Going into it, and the hive was so fucking massive. So I'm gonna do like stories, like, I'll do like recanting of stories and events and stuff like that. You can go to hornethunter.com. I haven't updated. Now that I have AI, I can have the AI update it. I can make it dynamic. I can do all this stuff, right? I might as well add this to Found Ups on there. Thank you, Don. I'm not. I just live, dude. I just live, dude. I just live. You know, YouTube. It was a YouTube video that got me on the Animal Planet, right? I was filming my bees, and then the fucking I didn't know about the hornets. The hornets destroyed my bees. I did a rant video about killing the bees, and it inspired the idea. Some producer in Animal Planet said, "Hey, dude, why don't we have this guy going around Japan like a karate kid, learning from other masters, right?" And and I'm gonna be doing hornets removals and stuff like that this fall. The guy that I'm working with does removals, so I want to get this. I want to get the website updated, prepared, right? Also, I want to do an idea I had years and years ago was ecotourism. You want to fucking come to Japan and hunt hornets? Are you man enough to come to Japan? Right? I will put you. You will be digging up wild hornets and facing face to face. I actually have video too. I have video where I tested basically a cloth hornet suit, no protection at all. A cloth hornet suit. I went right up into a hive and they didn't sting me, right? A cloth, because the treatment on this cloth, I treated this cloth a certain way. It's proprietary, I can't tell you, right? So imagine having ointment that you can wash your clothes in, let your clothes, and then ultimately it will protect you against hornets. That's $1 billion idea, Mike. So I have videos showing it. It's actually on. I think a lot of my YouTube videos are on my Undocumented channel. So yeah. So everyone, give me a like on HornetHunter.com. That's I'm gonna probably start building that up. I've forgotten about it. You know, I was like, I wonder if my documentary's come out yet. And it was like, oh shit, it came out in March. I don't know what episode's on, right? But it's on Disney Plus if you want to get it. But my show is the one on the Japanese hornets and the bees. I think I told you guys I went down there. I don't know if I was streaming Move to Japan when I went down there. Can't remember. Anyway, let's see here.
0 top_1_%_biz equals 330_000. Number 1% of all 33 MUS businesses. Calculations. 1. Top 1% adults paying $100,000 permo. Rev_adults_monthly equals top_1_%_adults *monthly_fee. Rev_adults_annual equals top_1%_adults *annual_per_entity. 2. Top 1% households paying $100,000 permo. Rev_H_monthly equals top_1%_households *monthly_fee. Rev_H_annual equals top_1%_households *annual_fee _per_entity. 3. Corporations paying $100,000 permo. Case A. Top 1% of business. Rev_top_biz _monthly equals top_1%_biz *monthly_fee. Rev_top_fee _annual equals top_1%_biz *annual_fee _per_entity. Case B. All C corporations 1.7 M. Rev_C corps _monthly equals C _corps *monthly_fee. Rev_C corps _annual equals C _corps *annual_fee _per_entity. Case C. All corporations S corp plus C corp equals 6M. Rev underscore all corps underscore monthly equals all underscore corps asterisk monthly underscore fee.
Okay. Fucking stupid ass AI. Yikes. All right. Let me just read you the answer. Because, all right. So if configure if $100,000 per month equals 1.2 trillion per year per individual category, top 1% around 1.2 million, top 1% individual adults, top 1% households, business around 300,000. All right. So the bottom line is this: combined revenue, moderate estimate, top 1% households plus top 1% corporations, 1.57 trillion. All right. Monthly collection, 164 billion per month. Okay. All right. Broad estimate, top 1% adults plus all C corporations, 3.12 trillion dollars in adults. Okay. In households. Why not? If these motherfuckers can pay $100,000 per month for fat, why can't they pay $100,000 per month per individual back to America, right? Imagine that. 3 trillion a year. So 3.12 trillion in funding, is that plus the 1.57 trillion? Can you clarify? Don't do the math. So what's the bottom line? Is
The $3.12 trillion is not added to the $1.57 trillion. They are two alternative ways of counting the same top 1% population, so adding them together would double count the same people. $1.57 trillion counts the top 1% by households, approximately 1.3 million families. $3.12 trillion counts the top 1% by individual adults, approximately 2.6 million people, assuming roughly 2 adults per household. The bottom line: you pick one of those individual figures and combine it with the corporate total. Lower estimate, households plus top corporations, approximately $2 trillion per year. Higher estimate, individual adults plus major corporations, approximately $5 trillion per year. The bottom line...
Yes. What would $5 trillion per year cover in regards for healthcare and education in America for its citizens?
Budget of $5 trillion would be enough to fully federalize universal healthcare and guarantee tuition-free public education from pre-K through college for every American citizen, eliminating out-of-pocket medical costs, health insurance premiums, public college tuition, and student loan debt nationwide. 1. Universal healthcare coverage. Approximately $3.5 trillion per year. Total national spending on healthcare in the U.S. is roughly $5.7 trillion annually across private health insurance premiums, out-of-pocket expenses, Medicaid, and Medicare, under a single-payer Medicare for All framework, as analyzed by independent nonpartisan bodies like the RAND Corporation and the...
So my argument is very simple. If corporations are willing to pay, and individuals willing to pay $100,000 per month for insider trading, then they can pay $100,000 per month, right, to cover our health care and free education for Americans. No? Right, guys? I mean, think about it. Yeah, the Wisconsin is going to get their data centers. I hope Wisconsin's going to enjoy your data centers. The motherfucker you voted is going to build data centers. You could have got hung, but you didn't. You went for the data center candidate, like a bunch of dumb fucks in Wisconsin. Anyone from Wisconsin here? Yeah, no flock cameras in Japan. No flockies in Japan. Look at that. No flocks in Japan. Japan is far more free than America. You know, you don't have Gestapo squads running around. You don't have flock cameras. You get practically free housing and shit. I gotta drive Mikey now. Mikey needs to drive somewhere. The hydro, what's the hydro bill, Deborah? Fuck, dude. All these motherfuckers need to, I want to show you something, all right? I want to show you this. I want to make this video here. Now, all right, dude, look at this rice field right here. And you can see all of the weeds. See all the weeds? Look at them all up there. Look at all the weeds. Look at all the weeds, all right? Now, I want you to check out this rice field here. This is even bigger. Now, there are some weeds, but notice there is far fewer weeds, you know? Look at this. A lot of that is just rice. There's no weed. Notice that? You see the difference between the two? All right, now, something I noticed about this field. This field was completely flooded for like 5 months, right? I've never seen a field flooded more than this fucking field. This field was flooded all the way through winter, through spring. It was flooded. It was basically had water, standing water in it all the way to, right? And that is crucial. I've been saying this for 20 years when it comes to rice farming, that the Japanese farmers are not flooding their fields long enough in order to suppress the rice. Now notice that field has none of these weeds. Right? None of these, like that weed right there. You see those weeds right there? Okay. Right? Look at that. And there's like, over there, it's even, I saw a field over there really bad. So flooding is so important because it is, it rots out, especially with temperature and stuff. It will rot out the seeds. There he goes. Welcome to Japan. All right. I was with a rice farmer last night. I told him about this. I said, look at that field and compare it to the other fields. For a field that size to not have any weeds in it is pretty amazing. And it was flooded for a really long time. Not 1 million, Santana. 9 million. 9 million plus empty homes in Japan. Santana. 9 million plus. You get free housing in Japan, cheap housing. You guys see my little IKEA house. You know, I should go there. Guess I'm going to go there and work on it today. Weed the garden. I haven't weeded it. I need to weed my garden. I need to do work. It's overclouded, so it's not like bright. You know, I feel like I can work out in this shit. These are our rice fields here. These are my family's rice fields. We got 11 rice fields. All the rice I eat is from our rice fields. Yeah. That's why it's like a perfect time. I mean, there's never been a better time to fucking relocate and move to Japan. The hardest thing about relocating, move to Japan is your visa. And the easiest solution is marry a Japanese woman if you're a single, you know. And unfortunately, they don't recognize gay marriage. So women out there, you want to, you know, gay, you can't have to marry. Now, here's the good news is, you know, they don't check. So if you're married in America, just come over, marry again. They don't check. They don't check. Have a wife in America. Have a wife in Japan. If you're a woman, right, let your husband come over, marry a, you know, a little Japanese girl, you know, then get access here. Then you come over as a sister. You come over, oh, I'm his sister. Oh, that's my sister. Yeah. Yeah, be a little Mormon in you. Everyone has a little bit of Mormon. Escape. Escape America. Sounds like what Jamaicans do. Probably so. They do. I bet a lot of Jamaicans and stuff move to America. They got their wife in Jamaica, Africa. I think a lot of people do that. Oh, if there's any statistics on that. Is there any statistics on men moving to a different country and marrying, even though they have a wife in their other country? Research that. Also, do a dork into the latest FBI marriage for fee for marriage scandal that to distract from the Epstein files. That would be you, dude. MAGA don't know. Greg, everyone who is married are non-MAGA. You guys marry your sisters. You guys marry your mothers. MAGA
National Bigamy Statistics and Dynamics.
Yeah,
exact
bigamy.
Global statistics on men moving to a new country and marrying while remaining legally married in their home country, a practice legally defined as transnational bigamy, do not exist in a unified national database. Because civil marriage registries are not cross-indexed internationally, sovereign nations cannot automatically check whether an immigrant or foreign national is currently married in another country. However, data from immigration enforcement, demographic studies, and legal proceedings provide clear insight into the scope and patterns of this practice. 1. Hard statistics and data gaps. Lack of global indexing. The U.S. Department of State, USCIS, and international agencies, like Interpol, do not maintain a central bigamy database. A marriage solemnized in another country is recognized as legally valid in the U.S. unless dissolved. However, foreign marriage records are generally unverified unless flagged during visa processing. Global polygamy baseline, Pew Research. Approximately 2% of the population lives in polygamous households, concentrated
2%.
heavily in West and Central Africa, e.g., Burkina Faso at 36%, Mali at 34%, Nigeria at 28%, Nigeria at 28%, where customary or religious law permits a man to have multiple wives. In Western nations, US, UK, Canada, EU, polygamy and bigamy are illegal under criminal law and immigration statutes. Immigration detection. Most cases of international bigamy in Western countries surface during the K-1, fiancé, or County Route 1, IR-1, spousal, visa application processes. If the applicant fails to provide a legitimate divorce decree absolute, for a prior foreign marriage, USCIS denies the petition under INA Section 212, A6, CI, for material misrepresentation and fraud. 2. Primary drivers of transnational bigamy, immigration fraud, sham marriages. Individuals who are already legally married in their home country enter a second, fraudulent marriage with a citizen in a host country, often paying $20,000 to $100,000, solely to obtain permanent residency or a green card. Double lives/parallel families. Men who relocate for employment, e.g., expatriates, migrant workers, establish a second family in the host country while continuing to send remittances to a primary spouse in their country of origin. Legal nullity. Under U.S. family law, any second marriage entered into, while a previous marriage remains legally intact anywhere in the world.
I'm just curious how, if the U.S. doesn't recognize other foreign laws, how come they recognize marriages?
That the U.S. does not recognize foreign laws is actually a common misconception. Under a foundational legal principle called comity, mutual respect between sovereign nations, the U.S. routinely recognizes foreign civil laws, legal acts, contracts, court judgments, corporate formations, and marriages. For foreign marriages specifically, the U.S. applies a long-standing rule of international law known as lex loci celebrationis, meaning the validity of a marriage is determined by the law of the place where it was celebrated. Why the U.S. recognizes foreign marriages. 1. The principle of lex loci celebrationis. If a marriage is legally performed, registered, and valid under the local laws of the country where it took place, the U.S. government, including state courts, federal agencies, and USCIS, treats it as legally valid in the United States. You do not need to remarry or register the marriage again upon entering the U.S. 2. International stability and practicality. If legal statuses like marriage, parenthood, or business contracts reset to zero every time a person crossed an international border, global trade, travel, diplomacy, and immigration would break down. Comedy and
How does, for example, when you move to America, let's say you get married, how do they, and there's no communication with other foreign country, how do they know if you're married or not?
local city or county level, officials cannot check foreign records in real time. When someone applies for a marriage license in the U.S., county clerks do not have access to a global civil database. Instead, they rely on a sworn legal affidavit. The applicant signs a document under penalty of perjury declaring that they are legally single and free to marry. However, when a foreign national moves to the U.S. or applies for immigration benefits, like a green card or citizenship, the federal government, USCIS, DHS, and the State Department uncovers hidden foreign marriages through specific investigative mechanisms. 1. The prior visa record trap. This is the single most common way hidden foreign marriages are exposed. Years before moving to the U.S., individuals often apply for a tourist, B1, B2, student, F1, or work, H1B visa. On those initial applications, Form DS-160, applicants frequently state they are married to prove strong domestic ties to their home country so the visa isn't denied. The U.S. Department of State permanently archives every visa application. If that person later marries an American citizen in the U.S. and claims on their green card paperwork that they were never married, USCIS's database automatically cross-references their historical visa applications and flags the contradiction. 2. U.S. Embassy local vetting, in-country intelligence. While there is no global computer database, U.S. embassies and consulates employ local foreign nationals who understand the home country's civil registry systems. If USCIS or a consular officer suspects an applicant has a spouse back home, they issue a request for evidence or task local embassy investigators to check municipal civil registries, birth/marriage record books, or local religious institutions. 3. Financial and document footprints. Federal background checks review financial, tax, and travel records. Remittances. Regularly sending money overseas to someone with a shared last name or tagged as a spouse. Tax filings. Filing U.S. taxes as single while claiming dependents overseas, or previously filing as married filing separately. Customs declarations. Past air...
Interesting. So don't do it. Yeah. Anyway. Okay. Here we can, hold on, let me get this in here. So here's some of, let's see here. Let's go here. For subscribers. I've had this channel forever. All right. Here is, click on that. So this is
south of the mountain stream, another sect of giants is.
This is a documentary, right? This is a documentary I did right here. This is a Smithsonian.
Deep in the forests of Japan.
Yeah. So for example, my job was to get the Hornets, right? Put the Hornets on this table. Anyone know how this was shot? Anyone want to know how this was shot? How was this shot? Anyone know? How was it shot? Oh, it's already gone.
The tiger head,
Look.
Japan's giant killer hornet. It's the largest venomous wasp on the planet. Every summer, the giants go head to head in a race to grow their empire.
All right, do you guys know how was this first shot created? Anyone know? All right, go subscribe to Hornet Hunter Com. All right. This is my new channel I'm setting up. I've had it forever, but I've never done anything with it. It was an idea I had years ago on here, okay? But it's Hornet Hunter. So, and if you go here, so this is my newest documentary that just came out. All right here, newest one. I gotta load. It's not loading. Go inside. There he goes. Looks like it's loading. My actors.
Eat adult bees. But what they're really after are the thousands of larvae inside. And together, they slice their way in.
So for example, how did we do that shot? Do you know how this shot was done? You have any idea how this shot was done? How was I able to get that shot? How was I able? If you'd like to know questions like that, visit HornetHunter.com, C-O-M, like HornetHunter.com, and I'm going to reveal all the secrets on how these shows were done, okay? All right, well, the camera, but how do you get the hornet to do that behavior? That's what I'm talking about. Right? Yeah, I'd like to see you with a fucking hornet. Brendov. Like you would ever get fucking next to a hornet. Not talking about the camera, I'm talking about the behavior. Al, I'm not talking about it's a macro, but how do you capture, right? How do you get how do you get that shot? How do you get that shot? How would you get that shot? How would you get that shot? Right? How would you get that shot? Those two things, bait, honey, did play a role in that, right? But not all of it. Would kill me. All right, how was that shot? So if you're interested in learning like how this shot was taken, right? Here, let's play some more, right? How about this shot? How was this shot taken? How is camera inside the tree? How about, look at that. What the hell? Yeah, look at that. How was that shot? How was I able to get the hornet to do that? Look at that shot.
The bee's only hope for survival is to respond as one. Hold. Now! The bees vibrate.
I put the camera on the hornet. Yeah, there's celebrity bees. You sound like JS, celebrity bees. Yeah, so my job, so imagine in that shot right there, I'm literally the guy outside making that happen. That was the job. Creating a bunch of shorts. You shrunk down, honey. Honey, I shrunk the Hornet Hunter. So if you're interested in me,
extreme heat.
if you're
in the center.
if you're interested in learning how documentaries like this are made, right? I've got a new channel. It's called Hornet Hunter COM. I've had it for a long time. I've got all this footage and stuff. I've started releasing. I've got 5 subscribers right now. Go ahead and give it, right? I'm the Ant-Man. Yeah, we shrunk down. We shrunk everything down, and we have a camera crew in there, right? That's how it was done. We did Honey, You Shrank the Kids, and we put the camera crew right in there, right? You know, so the bees it was kind of scary. But, you know, someone's got to do it. I had to dodge the hornet, dodge the bees. You trained a monkey to do it. On here.
115 degrees.
Wild.
Hot enough to fry a hornet. The next invader gets the same treatment. Their collective action has achieved the near impossible and saved the colony.
Wild. There you go. So, and then the other thing too is this is actually the entire, I wonder if Animal Planet Hornet Hunter, I wonder if the Animal Planet one is on. Hold on, let me switch. Animal Planet. Killer Hornets from Hell. Killer Hornets from Hell. Yeah, this is my show.
Monster predator is terrorizing Asia, and now it's spreading west at an alarming rate.
This is the show that started it all. The show I'm featured in. A lot skinnier and younger. He's posted.
Aboard a Chinese container ship, a single queen has bred an entire Asian hornet army in Europe.
How was that? How was that
This
filmed?
invasion is leading to human casualties.
Right.
In Lerm, France, a 38-year-old father of 3 is about to discover it's a dangerous mistake to pick a fight with killer hornets nearby. Something flying through the yard catches the corner of his eye. It looks huge and horrifying. He reacts instinctively, snapping at the intruder with a kitchen towel.
That's all.
Of course, if you miss the hornet won't miss you.
The man screams in agony as he feels the attacker's needle-like stinger pierce.
All right, hold on.
Their friend cradles his left hand in ambulance. Later, it's already too late.
This even fun. Now this shot here is actually done in Japan.
Newest
This is actually,
It's always the tanker and Asian Hornet Scout.
yeah, that there is Kogata. This hive is external. This isn't the oh, is that all we see? They don't have the full video? They don't have the full video on? That's it? Oh, it's only a 2-minute clip.
A flying monster predator is terrorizing Asia, and now it's spreading.
This was the video.
Is
Me.
queen. Look at the size of her.
This is 14 years ago.
She is,
Right.
well, you can see she's a little, she's not actually, maybe it's not a queen, but
These get killed
She
by
was.
bees.
feeding on my syrup there. And I heard they have a really deep hum. This guy,
Ask AI, hold on. Animal Planet during Monster Week had a show called Murder Hornets from Hell. See if you can find the full episode online. Yeah, I had hair. Yeah, it was actually killer hornets from hell. Yeah, Killer Hornets from Hell was an actual Animal Planet Monster Week special produced by Hoff Productions. It originally aired 25 and ran about 41 minutes. Apple lists it in its Animal Planet Presents Season 1, Episode 11. That's only 1 minute there. It's on Prime Video. Yeah, that was it. Killer Hornets from Hell. Now there's Nat Geo did Killer Hornets from Hell, but the one with I just showed you, this one here, It's only a 2-minute piece.
It's spreading west at an alarming rate.
This is me.
Stowing aboard a Chinese container ship.
This is my shed. This was this. Remember?
An entire Asian Hornet army.
So this shot here, this was just shot of an exposed hive.
Is leading to human casualties. In Learned Friends,
Yeah.
a 38-year-old father of 3.
Yeah, it only shows the beginning of it. Only shows the beginning. All right. I'm surprised they don't release. I mean, they still don't release the full documentary. Dude, it was released in 2015, more than 11 years ago. And it's still not released. I wonder when they're going to release the full video. Anyway. Yeah, that would be the one, James. See, you knew. That's why that's why you're here. You recognize me, James. Let's figure out what Mikey's doing. Hold on, let's go. I wonder if she was able to get the hornet, the green beetle. I didn't check. You think she got it? Oh yeah. Look at that. You see the carcass? You see that carcass up there? I can't get in there. I can't. You can see the beetle. I see the carcass shell. She drug it up in there. She put it into her lair. She got that beetle. She got the beetle on there. Oh, type 1 if you see me. Oh, we spinning? Or maybe we're spinning. Let's see if Mikey needs a ride. Okay, cool. I never know. When I come to my house, always type 1. Mikey, you ready to go? Maito. Oi. All right, when are we leaving? Hello? Mikey. Guess he left. Well, I need this on. My wife left the goddamn TV. You know, she gets all upset at me. Left the goddamn TV on. Well, that didn't work very good, did it? Let's turn this down here. Maito! Guess he's not here. My son's not here. God, why do I keep turning that on? I am. Hold on, let me get my lemon. Lemon tea. Oh, I'm making water. Making ice, I mean, not making water, making ice. Anyway, how many subscribers do I have now? See my videos. See, I realized I had a bunch of unlisted videos up here. Hold on a second, let me do this. See, I have all these unlisted videos. I never up, they're all unlisted. They're all unlisted. So I'm here in DC. Got it yesterday. I actually went to bed early. We didn't get out last night. This is my room, and I'm staying here at my friend's house, who's my best friend's house here in DC. And I'm gonna go out for a run because I have a baby. God damn! Did I fucking used to go for runs?
If you don't know what's going on, is John Oliver, what he recently did, you could buy, he bought about $15 million worth of debt for $60,000. He went on his TV show and forgave.
You want to explain the problem with the camera? This is filming setup.
Basically, lots of hornets flying around,
I built,
and in order for him to use the camera.
so I built this scaffolding. Right? So the camera guy can access the hive that's right here. Right? So, and all of this here, all of this is a set. Right? I don't know if you can see that. You see all the moss and everything? I created that to make it look natural, right? So I dug out the hive, I put a door so we could film inside, and then I added this external part, so we filmed all the internal stuff, and then I created the external stuff, hiding the door, so under this is a door that goes into the hive. Isn't that crazy, right? If you want to learn more, go to hornethunter.com, like hornethunter.com, remove the period, hornethunter.com channel, and follow me. I'm going to be doing talks on this, right? This fall, I'm going to be hunting giant hornets here in Fukui. I'm going to be helping a guy remove hornets. I'm already doing nightly spider videos, which I think I'm going to add to this channel right here. So give me a follow. Yeah, Nathan. I really think Nathan just wants attention. Nathan just wants attention. He's jaded. Nathan, dude. I'm sorry I jaded you. I shouldn't have outed you. I shouldn't have outed you, should I? You know, I shouldn't have done that, brother. I shouldn't have outed you. It was wrong. It was wrong, me outing you to your loved ones. Don't you agree, Nathan? All right, so I'm putting this here. I'm putting this little thing here as a filter, right? Then I'm taking my tea. This is my lemon, all right, and pouring it in there. All right. It's my lemongrass tea. Take the filter out. Don't need that. Save that for next time. I also got to add some turmeric in here. Some turmeric. And this is some chisel. This is some, what's it called? Forget what it's called. also leave. All right, so now I'm gonna mix it all in. All right, mix it all into my lemon balm tea. All right. I should go on a lemon balm fast. Ah, so good. Lemongrass tea, so good. Put that here. Nathan, I really do apologize. I'm serious. I really apologize outing you. You're a good guy. Are you still driving? Are you still driving your trucks? Are you still trucking? Are you still trucking? When yeah, no red flags here. No. I put a little honey in there. I put honey. I put honey over the ice, and then I poured the hot lemon tea. It's really nice. I think no red fags here. I think he meant to say cigarettes. You know, fag is a word for cigarette. No red cigarettes here. No red fags here. Bit power. My boyfriend. You think my son is my boyfriend? You think my son is my boyfriend? See, that's how MAGA thinks. They're thinking about MAGA men, right? They're always thinking about fucking. They're so much into inbred. They're always thinking about fucking their family members. You know, they're sick, dude. MAGA men and MAGA women, they love their incest, don't they? They love their incest. What are they saying? All right, so let's all right, just putting up a short. Bit Powers has. Hey, JS. I need to run the bot. So this was a video. This is some of the dangers. Look at how the hornets are just sitting on the fucking camera. All right, it's only an 8-second clip. Little danger. You got to put your eye right next to that. You know. Hold on, let me do this here. More. Can you imagine as a camera guy? You can't do this with a mask. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? Can you imagine? We've got new gear here, and a really big problem with this, and danger for Grant, the camera guy, because this is a new camera which requires him to put his eyepiece on it, and basically there's this little bit of mesh protecting him against the hornet. So the moment he presses his eyepiece on there, he basically is risking, and you can see the hornets are all over him, and they're especially very attracted to the black, and it's just very, very dangerous, and we can't shoot like this because of the danger that it poses to him on there. Another angle here, but you can see here on the eyepiece I'm trying to shoot. There you go. A little bit. That was the Smithsonian one, which you can see on my channel on there. No. I've been stung one time. Right there, my belly. Right there. That's it. One time, right there on my big fat belly. Ooh, it got right into the fat. That's why you got to be fat. So I got that fat layer to catch the sting. I could use that as a reason why I'm a fat fuck. I have to be a fat fuck to protect me against the venom. No. It was intense. Yeah, it hurts. It hurt like a bitch. Plus, I have I always carry what's called, epinephrine, whatever it is, the adrenaline. I should try an adrenaline. I've got adrenaline. I should try adrenaline just to see how. See what it functions. Let's get some more on there. Yeah, so maybe I'll work on this. I'm always all over the place. I'm too much ADHD. I can't focus on one thing. I'm now onto my Hornet Hunter shit. I'll be bored of it in a week. I'll be back to building my cabin up in the mountains. Should do that. I guess I'm free. I guess I'm free. Do I go up to the mountains? I'm just going to work on my house. I think I'm going to go work on my Kia house, clean it up, turn this off, get all nice and sweaty, right? Put on my overalls. I need socks. I have socks in the car on that. I think that's what I'm going to do, guys. You guys can listen to music. I need to work on my garden. I really need to work on this garden. That'd make Mama happier. Yeah. I was a lot thinner. I was a lot thinner back then. I'm hydrating because I'm about to go outside on there. Woo! 8 subscribers, people. 8 subscribers. We added a couple subscribers. Nice. So what I can do is leverage this channel. All right. So I can go home, go to here, switch to move to Japan. So I can switch to move to Japan. I can then go here. I can then go to my channel, right? So from here, I can go to my shorts, click unlisted, unlisted. So this was a video. This is some of the dangers. Look at how the Hornets are just sitting on the fucking camera. So we can go to, let's see, unlisted. And I can upload the videos. I don't know what these videos are.
Education from pre-K through college for every American citizen, eliminating out-of-pocket medical costs, health insurance premiums, public college tuition, and student loan debt nationwide. 1. Universal health care coverage.
So, oh yeah, so that's good. So basically edit. If 1%ers can pay $100,000 per month, so if the 1% can, I got my damn thing. Then they can pay $100K per month for education and healthcare. Yeah. What? You called it a fucking camera. They're on a fucking camera. All over the fucking camera. No, unfortunately, I missed the fucking camera shot. Unlisted. Let's do another unlisted video. I like this shit that we did yesterday.
King in the cake, man. That's a cry for help. Delete it, dog.
That's so good. Edit. What the hell's this guy's name? Oliver. What's the guy's name in Florida? Pedo Don. Oliver Larkin. Oliver Larkin called Trump a pedo. That's the best. Where's the Lego videos on here? Oh, they haven't come out yet. The spider video I did. This is funny. The spider video I did. It's like 8,800 views.
What's up, Dean?
What?
It's got so little web left, dude. This spider only has 80 web left.
Poor spider. Why am I breathing like that? Schedule. I'm struggling. Notices. Why has this got a notice on it?
This ain't Call of Duty. These mountains, these troops alive. We
Notices. What notice? It's got a notice on it. I don't know why it has a notice.
This ain't Call of Duty. These mountains, these troops alive. We are waiting for them. Contested, no survivors. If they want it.
It won't let you share it. I'll be noticing. It's because it's that they probably because not copyright notice on it. You know, these fuckers. That's why we create our own music, so we don't have copyright notices on everything. On there. But yeah, I'm gonna take off. Only 7 people on. I think I'm going to check on the coding, and then either I could go to my garden. I need to go to my garden. There's so much I need to do. I need to do my garden. I need to go out there and brave the heat. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll go do my garden. Maybe we'll just do that. Maybe we'll stay. I need to charge my phone. I'm at 9%. So maybe I'll charge my phone up, relax for a little bit, and then I'll go live again in a little bit and go garden and play a bunch of fake fuck Christian Peter loving Nazi. I wouldn't say I cook well. I just cook. I cook okay. I'm not learned. I can do simple shit like spaghetti and everything. This shit needs to be. Look how dirty this is. Look at all that. Look at that. Needs to be changed out. I'm surprised my wife hasn't, pointed that out. All right, guys. I'll catch you later. Bye.